it's me. I just wanted to drop in and say hello. And I was at the coffee shop tonight. You probably saw that post going around, but I did go back. I I realized something about myself. Well, I didn't just realize it, but I just put it into words. I was listening to a lot of spoken word poetry, but I do that all the time. But I was listening to some spoken word stuff and I was just thinking that I need to be honest with myself and with you guys and everything. So I started to jot some stuff down and it's not really anything anything worthy of publishing or lots of notes or whatever, but um it's about my this is going to sound really whatever. It's about my virginity and about how it it started as me making that having that promise weekend with my that purity weekend with my mom when I was 13, I think. 12 or 13. This is what this ring is. I've had it on for a long time. I've had two different ones, but one of the ones broke. So I've had this one on for a very long time. And I'm kind of reevaluating what that means to me. At first, I did it because I was scared of what could possibly happen if I were to have sex with someone. And then I did it because I had just gone without having sex for so long that I just figured, oh well, I don't need that in a relationship because I've survived for a long time without having it. And no, I've never had sex with anyone. Some of you seem to think I have, but that is not the case. Uh, and then after I had done that, after I had said, "Oh, because I'm choosing to," and that just going with I've never, been exposed to that. I've been thinking today it was more along the lines of, well, I've never really had physical intimacy. Like the amount of exposure I've had to romantic things and romantic love and friend love coming together to create something really special, that's been very choppy and inconsistent. So I've never had a serious relationship where I've dated anyone enough to figure out if I could see myself with them. I've been put into positions where I could have said yes to having sex with someone that I was casually dating, but I've always said no. And I've never known I know what I would say, but I've never been in a situation where that's been tested. So I was kind of doubting myself, can I really stick with this virginity thing because I'm a very physical person. I did the love language thing a long time ago, and my love language was the number one by 10 points was physical touch. So it's very clear to me that, and it's not an excuse that it would be hard, but it's, and I know people have different ways of being reached as far as being intimate with someone, but mine is definitely physical touch for sure, and a relationship is getting to know someone and being close with them. And like I said, I've never been in a situation where I've been able to say that I've for sure been really, really tested. I've never liked anyone enough to be with them for a long enough time to do that. So I was just thinking today, am I really being honest with myself in my assessment of my virginity? And this video is already long, so I'm gonna cut it short. But basically, I said that the choices I've made and the subconscious and conscious things I've done have all led me to, I feel I'm to blame for the choppy intimacy. And I mean, I've chosen the guys. I've never gone out with anyone I didn't want to, at least try to get to know. And some guys could have worked, but you know, at the end of the day, it's my fault. And like I said, I'm assessing what this all means as far as my virgin status, however you wanna put it. But yeah, I am definitely, I stand by my choice. I'm 22, almost 23. Like I said, I've never really been in a situation where I could test that and say for sure. But I've said no to someone that I possibly am in love with, or that I love. So I was just thinking that I want it so badly, not the sex, but just like the relationship part of this, to share my life with someone. But like I said, the choices I've made have all led me to this kind of choppy existence. Like I want to do things, like I know that I need to do things to like further my future, and I've said this to everyone I know, that they come to me for advice and I tell them, well, you need to just make decisions today that will I phrased it way better in my notebook, but but basically that this is on me. I mean, God ultimately controls God ultimately has his plan, but I feel like as a person that we do the work that determines where we go. So, yes, the choices I've made haven't always been good, and as much as I want it, I haven't really made the smartest choices to getting there. I'm really hoping that I can turn that around in the next few months. That would be nice. But it's just always something I've struggled with. I struggle with being honest with myself. Um, I want the future, but I'm scared. But I'm scared of it. I've never really had, like, as far as male figures go, I've never really had a secure place. Um, I mean, my dad and our relationship was tumultuous and rocky. You all know, most of you know that. But that being said, that foundation, I'm reframing it in seeing where God was during that time. So it's not like I've had an unfortunate childhood. I mean, some areas, like major developmental areas of it, were unfortunate, but but I haven't, like, I'm not as bad off as a lot of people. So at least I can be thankful for that. Anyway, back to my virginity thing. I need to start being honest with myself and with my friends and with my family all the time, and not just lie if I think that it'll make going into the future easier without conflict. I hate conflict. I If I can avoid it, I will. Um, I'm not as bad about it anymore, but there's still a part of me that's just like, avoid it at all costs, because I'll either, two things happen. Most of the time I will start to talk about it and then I will shut down if I'm being yelled at or anything like that, just because that's how my dad was. He would yell at me and scream and chase me around and just scare me. I say chase, but it was in a definite menacing way. So yeah, there's that. Or I'll just get so or I'll just get upset. Like if it's the kids at work, a lot of them, punch and hit, and they have severe emotional disturbances of varying degrees. So, I mean, it all depends on the child, and a lot of them have had their meds calibrated or whatever. So that can either be good or bad. It's usually good. So, a lot of our kids are doing, better as far as like them not being aggressive. But if I have to get in the middle of a fight, a lot of the times I'm really short, and I'll just say, guys, stop. It's not worth it. They'll fight over a bouncy ball or a basketball or whatever stupid thing they have in their hand. But I would really like to just, I'm ready to stand by someone, but I need to work on mixing, especially when I get to know someone. Obviously, that's when anyone, like, really blooms and opens up, but I need to work on a lot. And this started out as being a video about why I've chosen the route that I have as far as my sexual past and present and whatever else. Uh, Ultimately, that's on the person whose journey it is, and it's mine. And mine has been riddled with being inconsistently consistent as far as me doing well, and then whoop, something. I'm basically describing everyone's path right now, but I'll do really well. I'll make a choice, then I'll make bad choices for well, and I'll work my way back up. And for some reason, it always goes back down. This is by far the best I've done in the 5 years that I've suffered from like crippling depression, and I have a moderate case of anxiety. It's not bad, but it's definitely not small. So this is definitely like the best I've done. So I'm thankful for that. That's one good thing out of all of this. And well, I I hope to keep you guys updated because I am definitely trying to figure out where exactly I'm going with this. I need to frame my decisions in a healthy and logical way. Okay, well, keep you posted. Bye.